and his run 2:44:06. Total time for the champion today is 7:46:19. From Norwich, Great Britain, Joe Skipper.
Absolutely delighted with the win here. You know, since Switzerland the last 3 weeks, pretty much every training session I was thinking about that race, and I was thinking, did I lose it mentally because I wasn't mentally strong enough? And it really hurt, and it really made me dig in for like my last block of training leading into this race, and I was determined to try and get the win here. I knew the field was going to be really strong. You know, Lionel, Sam, Ben Hoffman, Cody, they're all like really strong guys, and they're all really mentally strong as well, so it's always hard to beat them. So yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. Like, I'm really pleased to finish the year off with that. Well, the scenery I didn't get to see actually on the day today, but I did see it the other day, and it was really nice. But today, most of the time, it was head down. But no, the scenery was really nice because I'd seen it in training, and the run course is great. Like that trail bit along the river, and then I like the hills at the end for like the last 5 miles of each lap. I mean, I don't like it, but it's good. It mixes it up, and it adds a bit of challenge to it. But like I had a fighting chance, but I knew it was going to be tough, and it was going to probably require my best race today over the Ironman distance. I mean, Sam second at 70.3 Wilds last week, awesome. Lionel won, he's won like God knows how many 70.3s, and he's always there or thereabouts. Ben, you know, he's run a 2:36 marathon, and Cody, I don't know, I think he's the course record holder here, but he's won this race. So, and then plus there's always others that step it up on the day. So I knew I had a chance, but I knew there was going to be a lot of others that were in with a shout.
All right, she is on her way. Give it up for Sky Munch, your champion today in Chattanooga. The Little W Ironman.
As they say, anything's possible. Like, you still have to go do an Ironman. So, yeah, it's never a given. So I knew I'd have to work hard to get the win if I wanted it. And yeah, I just went out there and went as hard as I could, and it felt good. It was fun. I guess strategy kind of develops depending on like who's around you. But I just went out there and I tried to just finish strong with the bike and the run, you know, not burn out too early. I think it's easy to do in an Ironman because it's long and it feels really easy at the beginning. So I guess, yeah, my strategy was just to pace well, fuel well, and finish strong. Chattanooga's great. I've raced here for the 70.3 before. I've raced the full. I've raced all over the world in Ironman, and this is, yeah, it's great.
So you raced here before?
Yeah.
As an age grouper?
No, as a pro, and it was horrible.
Oh, really?
I like walked the last 10 miles of the marathon. This was in 2017. So this was sweet redemption for me.
It was a really good day. For me, you know, I had a good swim and kind of swam where I needed to be. It was a minute 15 down. Came out with the guys who I needed to come out with, Sam and Joe. I just didn't have I've done quite a few races and just didn't have the ability really to go with them. They're biking so well, so hard off the start. And so then I was like, well, I got to make a decision. You want to blow your whole race up right now, or do you want to have a good race all the way to the finish? And so I just stayed within myself. I had good bike power, averaged about 300 watts for the whole bike, dead steady, probably my best bike I've ever executed, had no fade whatsoever, still was pushing 300 in the final miles, which never happens for me. Stayed on top of my nutrition really well, and then out onto the run, once again, I just had the same plan. You know, at first I was like, well, obviously you're not going to catch the guys in front of you, but I was in a Kona spot, and I was like, just defend the Kona spot, and then Cody came by, and the pace was just too hot, and I let him go. And I just stayed within myself, stayed on top of nutrition and hydration the whole way. And then Ben came past me, and I let him go. And then around 13 miles, I was like, they're still there. I can still see them. You know, this ain't over yet. You can still get that Kona spot. And so then I started to build into it that second half, and then I bridged the gap to Ben, and then we chatted for a little bit about, I don't know, is Cody fade? Is he starting to fade? And then we bridged the gap to him, and then I felt guys behind me starting to falter a little bit, and I was like, well, let's put in a little surge. And then that's when we dropped Cody, and then basically I knew that I had a Kona spot wrapped up as long as I was able to close, and so really I just did everything I could to close well. And then I saw an opportunity to take the second place, and I took it, and I ran, you know, a couple of hard miles to try and drop Ben. and it was good. It was fun. It's probably my best. I think I negative splitted the run. I can literally never, both the bike and the run, it's the best I've ever done.
You know, that was kind of the main objective, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I haven't done one of these in a while, and yeah, I wanted to make sure that I made it count, and for me that meant getting my Kona spot. So yeah, secured that, and I'm super stoked. I mean, it was a tough battle out there. Joe really took it to us. He was definitely the class of the field today. And Lionel, man, I mean, I thought I had him on the run, and he just hung tough, and then he took it to me on the back half of the run there. So yeah, he's definitely improving his Ironman game, and I'm gonna have to step up a little bit before St. George in May.
With the second place winner, this is gonna be her 6th time going to Kona, so she's super happy. She was 4 times Spaniard champion. Guru, right?
Yes.
Guru, you had a great race. I mean, you came 9th out of the water, and now you ended up 2nd. Saliste novena del agua y terminaste segunda, pero lo hiciste bien. So she had a tough time out of the water. It was kind of cold for her. I mean, this is not the kind of weather she likes. It was a little bit of cold. She was by herself on the bike for a long time. She didn't have anybody in front like to pace from. But on the run, I mean, on the 30K, she felt good. Then after the 30K, it was a little tougher. And at the end, she came out with the 2nd place. Y vas a ir a Hawaii. You're going to go to Hawaii? You're going to take the spot? ¿Vas a ir a Hawaii?
Esperemos que sí, ¿no?
Well, there's 2 spots. Hay 2 espacios. Llegaste segunda. Si lo quieres, lo agarra. Of course she wants to go to Hawaii. Congratulations, Guru. Way to go. Fantastic job. Tremendo trabajo.
I just really enjoyed my week here in Tennessee, and I just think Tennessee is super rad.
Well, thanks for coming. And again, you had some tough competition out there, and boy, running scared almost all the marathon.
Yeah, I kind of knew that she might run me down there. It wasn't like there's like a few too many ginormous hills out there for me, but I just think that I'm still learning how to pace these races, and I was pleased with like how the race went. I don't think that this race really suits my skills really, but I think that I knocked it out of the park for what I could do on a course like this.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. It's always great to see you race. Thank you, Melanie.
I get asthma.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done though.
How are you feeling?
Terrible. I just kept getting asthma attacks, and it started on the bike, and I felt pretty good. It was a very hard bike. Some of those girls went very strong. It was a solid time on the bike. I could kind of go through it, and then at mile 10 it was, I mean, full-on asthma attacks, and I don't know if it's allergies or I have no idea. I just can't breathe. So I don't know. I got to figure it out.
Of course I'm going to talk myself into it and say I've got a chance and I've got the legs. I knew I would have a good swim and a good bike because I always can recover well from those, and the run admittedly was a big question mark. My longest run since St. George was 5 miles, and I knew it would just be I'd have it or I wouldn't, and I just didn't. I mean, learning lessons learned, and no, I will never race an Ironman the week after 70.3 World Champs again. I will never, ever do that again. So it happens, you know, onwards and upwards, and that's my season. So I will not race again this year.